Alright, we are going to practice the first couple questions that we might see on our test on Monday. So let's look at a couple of these. So the first lessons that we went over were all dealing with algebra tiles and how to write an expression, and then how to simplify that expression, how to compare expressions. So those are going to be the first three we go through in here. Again, as I go through these, I'm going to ask you to pause your video so that you can attempt it before I answer it. So here's our first question. The question might look something like this. It'll give you the expression, Matt, and it'll say, write an expression for what is shown. So pause this video really quickly and write an expression for what is shown. Okay, if we write out our expression, let's start with our x's. We have 2x squared, and they're both blue, which means they're both positive. So I'm going to have a 2x squared. Then I'm going to move over to my y squared. I only have one of those, and that's negative. So I'm going to have a minus y squared. Then let's go to our other x's. So we have an xy right here. We only have one of those, so I'm going to have and it's positive, so I'm going to have plus xy. Then I have a single x up here, and it's positive, so I have a plus x. Then I can look at my y's. I have 3 of these y's, and again, they're all positive, so I can put plus 3y. And then lastly, I have some single ones. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and those all 4 are negatives. So we can do minus 4y. So this would be our expression for this first one. So again, double check. If you have it in different orders, so let's say you wrote the y squared first, and then the x, and then the whatever order you put it in, that's perfectly fine. Okay, let's move on to our second question. So our second question is, if I have an actual expression, Matt, with the plus and the minus side. So this is where we need to start moving on with our steps, our legal moves. Remembering our first legal move is to flip everything from the bottom to the top, basically adding the opposite. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to, again, if you would like to pause this video now and practice simplifying this, what we're going to do is simplify this whole entire expression. So not only we're going to add the opposites, but then we are also going to cancel out any negative or zero pairs. Then we'll see what our simplified answer is. So let's start with that. So I'm going to move this up here, and when I do, remember, it switches signs. I'm going to move this one up here. I'm going to kind of move them around where they need to be. And again, switch signs. I'm going to move this one up here, switch signs. Move this one, switch signs. Move this one, switch signs. Move this one, switch signs. 2 more, just doing all these, moving them and switching the signs as I go. Okay, so now I have everything flipped. I have nothing down on my negative side. Perfect. So now my next step is to get rid of opposites, or get rid of zero pairs. So these 2 are 0 pairs, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. These 2 are 0 pairs, so I can get rid of those. We got some 0 pairs here I can get rid of. 0 pairs here I can get rid of. And that looks to be like everything we can get rid of. So now our last and final step is to just write out our simplified answer. So again, I'm going to start with my squared, so I have a negative y squared. Then I'm going to go to my xy's. I have 2 of those, so I'm going to have a positive 2xy. Then I'm going to go to my x's, which I have 2, but they're negative, so I have 2 negative 2x. And then I have the 2 positive ones, so plus 2. And that, again, is my simplified answer. We have one last problem on this video. So let's erase this. And that is if we're comparing two screens or two expression maps, trying to figure out which one is bigger. So again, we still want to follow those same two legal moves, right? We want to add the opposite, and then we want to cancel out any zero pairs. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move these up here and flip them. Okay. These are already zero pairs, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them. These are already zero pairs, so I can get rid of them. I already have a zero pair here that I can get rid of. Oh, and I already have a zero pair here I can get rid of. So this is my only thing over here. Over here is just 1. Okay, I'm going to do that same thing over here. So I'm going to move this up here, flip it. Move this up here, flip it. And then move these up here and flip them. Then I want to, whoopsie, not that screen, sorry. And then I want to, again, get rid of my zero pairs. I have one zero pair right here, so get rid of that guy. I have one zero pair right here, get rid of that guy. Notice what I have left is 4. So this side is equal to 1, this side's equal to 4, which means our right side is greater.